All right. Okay, looks like everything is working. Which is good. That's good. Let's see real quick here. Okay. Well, no, two. All right. So, yeah, actually, it probably won't be her, but we'll just have it in here for the heck of it for now. So, for the next thing I'm doing, I want to do a like character sheet, kind of front, back, and like a pose with some call out stuff. And I'm not entirely sure which one of my characters to do. I was thinking probably one of these. She's an option, but I don't think that's the one I'm going to go with. I don't know. We'll see what happens, I guess. Yeah, so. Hey, how's it going? That's alright. I understand. Stuff happens, man. I'm not unrealistic. I know life is something that you like people have going on. So, how have you been? Let's jump in there. Hey, I'm glad to see you. It's nice to have you back. For sure. So let's see. Mixed. That sounds normal, I guess. Like, not good, not bad necessarily. So I do have a question for you since you're here. I don't know if you heard the beginning of this whole spiel. It wasn't very long ago, but I want to do a character sheet. And I was thinking of doing one of these 3 characters. And I don't know which one it should be. If you have any input on that, I would gladly take that. If anyone has input on that, let me know. Middle guy. So Yuya. This crazy dude. Alright. He's normally what I start things with anyway. Makes sense. Let's see, and okay, so oh nice, that's cool. He's a little crazy. He's a little crazy. Let's see, so gonna roll with Yuya, I guess. Alright, so let's do, I kind of want to necessarily do like a animation turnaround kind of thing. But I do want like a front, back, like a side profile, like the face, I guess. I really need to rework the tattoo because it's just it doesn't fit the body very well. It's gigantic. Makes no sense. Got a brand new tip on my pen, so maybe that'll, I doubt it'll help anything, but you know, you never know. Alright, so yeah, so we'll have to do like a thing on Scythe. So let's kind of plot this out, I guess. Pencil, I got the color pencil. Cool. So I want, okay, we'll do, need a full body situation though. Something kind of there. Let's see. Shrink it a little bit and slide it up. All right, we'll put it like right there. Does that. All right, and then yeah, so let's do that. That's not too bad. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty close to same distance. All right, so we'll have essentially it'll be the exact same thing except flipped backwards. I don't even need to do that right now because this is literally just a sketch, so it doesn't make any difference. Alright, so we'll have those two, and then put, I don't know if I want to put like an action pose right there, or like his weapon and bird first, kind of breaking that up a little bit. But let's call it weapon and bird for now. I can always move these things around. Okay. So we've got, let's shrink that up a teensy bit there. Got that. Then we've got the bird. Real simple, just kind of plotting out where everything's going. So actually, do you? Okay, hold on. Are you not hearing music? Sorry. I have it. I can bring it up. Is that better? Bring it up to like there. Maybe that's. Can you hear it now? I don't know. So the thing I've been using has been giving me. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get it to work. I don't think it will, but maybe that's weird. Yeah, I don't have. Okay, so you are hearing it now. That's good. It probably took a second to get the adjustment, but yeah. So the site that I was using, for some reason does not work now. It keeps saying I don't have access to the playlist or whatever, even though it's the playlist I designed on YouTube. So now I'm just actually playing it, shuffling it through YouTube. So that's kind of what's going on. And I had it lower, I think, than I did on the other site on YouTube. So it was probably just really, really quiet. Because I have, it shows me the audio down on my little system there. But yeah. So it was showing audio. It was really low though. So my voice is probably overpowering it and making it hard to hear. I just didn't want to make it too loud. Okay, let's slide that over a little bit. Alright, so we've got front, back. We can label that actually. So front. Why does it do that? Front, back, weapon, bird. So we've got front, back, weapon, bird. And we can make, again, more of like a pose. And we will have like call out. And let's see, it's on his right side, so probably do the call out for the shorts on the other side there. And then we could do the belt thing. And then we have scar, so scar. Yeah. Then we got, yeah. So okay, something kind of like that where it calls out some stuff. Got maybe point out that, and then point out that it's the same. Actually, let's back that up. So call that. Because his familiar turns into his weapon. It's very Soul Eater in that sense. So let's see. And thanks for letting me know that there was like no music. Because I know that can be kind of an annoying thing for people if like it sounds essentially silent while I'm not talking. That would could be a problem. So, hey, how's it going? Dorjan? I don't know. Not entirely sure how to say that. But thanks thanks for popping in. How's it going? Alright, so we got general kind of setup, and then we've got room for a pose over on the far end here. Not sure about the pose. We'll have to kind of figure that out. Maybe, let's see, maybe like a, I'm good. Maybe like a jump. Straight like that. I don't know, something maybe like that kind of. It's hard for me to do like really exaggerated stuff out of my mind. I don't know. It always looks kind of weird to me. Maybe he's got his, instead of having the weapon, maybe his bird is like on his shoulder there this time. I don't know. So I'm setting up a character sheet for one of my original characters. So I'm just kind of plotting out where everything will be going. And we're starting from there. So we're going to have a front, a back, weapon, his bird, companion, and then we'll have a pose, and we'll have some callouts on the character over here. Yeah, so we'll have like all this kind of cool stuff, I think. Let's see, one more. Yeah, more like that, I think. Do you want this more over this way? Maybe, yeah, I don't know, we'll figure it out. Yeah, so like a turnaround or yeah, a page. Let me see, hold on. Okay, yeah, so real quick, something kind of like this. Not exactly all the sides, but more like this for me. So I'll have front, back, and then some, like I'll have callouts like this kind of thing, like, oh, there's the badge, the D, yeah, boots. So something a little like that. Probably not as nice and clean as that, but something in that area. Yeah, so I'm doing my own character, yes. I'm doing this guy right here. So he's going to be, and I'm going to take this time to kind of rework a few things with his design that I'm not totally sure on anymore. Like his tattoo needs to be adjusted. maybe the buckle thing. Small things. We'll figure it out as we go here. But yeah, so this is where we're at right now. We've got so front, back, weapon, bird, because they're one and the same. Bird actually turns into the weapon. Fun fact. Like I said, very Soul Eater. If you've ever seen that anime or read the manga, big fan of that series. It ended kind of meh as far as the anime goes, but yeah. Yeah. No problem. Okay, so let's see. Actually, yeah, no. Let's see. Let's move that back farther because that angle looks kind of odd. So we're gonna slide that out like that. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, we've got kind of. I got the fourth season of. Oh, nice. I have not watched My Hero Academia. I've read some of it. Yeah, I've read some of it. I haven't watched it though. That's cool. I am going back and watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is such a great show. It's incredible. All right. And Legend of Korra is also a phenomenal addition as well. All right, so let's see, real quick. I need to look in to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in this, I have like 8 different peaks in the hair. I don't know how many I'm going to have when I'm all done with this, but this will kind of be my go-to to make sure I have like the right piece, not right number of like pieces of hair. It'll kind of solidify and set everything. As a standard, there we go. It'll set a standard for how I create this character from now on. That's what this is for. Help me make the best best possible version, essentially, I guess, more consistently. Okay, so oh wait, is that okay? Yeah, right. Merge. All right, so yeah. Oh yeah, I watched it when it first came out as well. It's such a great show, and I love going back and watching it again. I was really excited when it got on Netflix. And I still need to watch season 2 of Kipo, which is beautiful. Loved the first season. The story is interesting and unique. The animation is phenomenal. The character designs are really cool. And the like surprise like twist was insane in the first season. Was not expecting that, which was really cool. Normally I can kind of see things coming from miles away. Like in regular television, at least, it feels that way. So it was really neat to like be surprised. Yeah, I watched Legend of Korra. I didn't finish Legend of Korra. because like there was a lot of stuff going on at the time, and it just kind of slipped through. But I did watch. I loved the updated animation style and stuff like that. It was very cool. Okay, so let's see. I think I want his. Like that, maybe a little bit more. But yeah, I did watch Korra. I liked it a lot. Alright, so let's see, we've got let's back that up actually. I don't know. You still there, Broken? Let's, yeah, get them a little bit higher up on the traps there. So this character is pretty wiry. I would say he's kind of skinny, but he's very muscularly defined. Is kind of how I would describe this character, because that's kind of how I used to look. So he kind of came into being in that same kind of look. Not like giant muscle head, not anything crazy like that, so. I will have to thin that up a little bit. So, Broken, what have you been up to? Since we haven't chatted in a while. How long have I been drawing? Quite a while. Drawing in general, pretty much as long as I could hold a pencil or crayon. Drawing digitally, it's been a lot shorter of a period of time. I was given a tablet way back when, but I wasn't comfortable not looking where my hand was going, so I never really picked it up back then. I did a little bit, but it was difficult, and I didn't really get really into digital art until about a year ago, when I started this channel and everything, streaming. I was using my old tablet that I got back then, and I just kind of gotten used to not looking where my hand was, essentially. But then my buddy, who was kind enough to let me borrow the tablet that this display tablet that I'm using now, and later I actually bought it from him, because there was some little money issues that he was running into, had some car issues and stuff. So you should draw. Everyone can draw. It's not crazy. That's awesome. Fishing is fun. I haven't been fishing in years. I used to go fishing with my dad back when I was a kid. I always enjoyed that. How much? I'm using the XP pen artist. It's I think 22 inch is what it like. Artist Pro 22 or something like that. I love it. It's amazing. Yeah. I mean, like, the only reason I am doing this, UG, that sounds familiar. I think that was one of the brands that I kind of looked at when I was starting this. I really need this to match up, and it's being frustrating. It's not. Okay, thanks, computer. I don't need to know what you're doing. Thank you. I hate when my computer makes noises that I don't understand. I know it's doing it because I was hitting a button a bunch of times, but I don't know why necessarily. Like, I know sticky keys is a thing and all that, but I don't know exactly why I was doing it this time. Yeah, I was looking at all kinds of budget tablets when I was starting, trying to find something that I could get for fairly cheap. Starting with a display tablet like this. Yeah. That's crazy. Interesting. Yeah. So, yeah, UG. Yeah, I really like my XP pen. It's a wonderful tablet. I would recommend it to people. It's a good brand. And they're still relatively cheap. I picked this one up for a really good deal because my buddy was kind enough to give me a really nice discount for it. I think they're like typically around $500. I did not pay that. But yeah, it's really nice. And I have it on an arm on my desk here, so I could, like, any real place I want it to be, I can have it, which is nice. I did essentially have to break part of my desk, but it's old and I didn't care, so, because it like slides onto the side of the desk. Nice. So, like, perspective as in like buildings and stuff, or yeah. I remember having to do that for school. So front, back. So back of my hand, front of my hand. That. So it's going to be essentially the same pose, just front and back. That's what it is. Yeah. Oh, switched over. Yeah. Yeah, so front back. Let's see. I don't like that at all. I'm going to kind of twist that. Person with perspective. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Perspective with like people is not easy at all. That is a horrible hand, and I hate it, but it is the sketch part of this, so it's not that big of a deal. Flip that, put it right there. It also needs to be, the arms are gigantic, they need to be fixed as well. Turned out easy for me for some reason. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I don't know, I've never had like an easy time with stuff like that. Alright, so let's, actually, yeah, okay. Let's just shrink this right now. We want, let's free transform this. I'm on the wrong, whatever. I'm on the wrong layer, so that makes no sense. Now I'm on the right layer. And we are going to free transform you. Shrink that up. There, that's a little bit better. Yeah, I like exaggeration. Like, some of the coolest stuff to me is when like artists really do foreshortened work. You get some really crazy stuff that way. Shrink that up a smidge. There we go. I think that's kind of where that needs to be. So that's good. Now, just fix the other arm. Merge those for now. Merge like the layers. Jump in here. Alright, let's shrink this up a smidge. Okay, now it matches a little bit. We can free transform it. Yeah, that's okay, let's whoop. Something about there, I think. That will do. All right, so we've got more realistic arms, because really, that's about where they would be ish. Probably a smidge long, but it's a lot better. Let's back to the pencil. Work our way through this. So yeah, one of the big things I'm gonna have to change up is his tattoo, which is just too big. Really, I think it's not a bad tattoo for the character to have. I just think it's a little too large for where it is, because I have it going like all the way up his neck and like down into his arm, and it's like just a little large, I think. I don't know. Let's see, so we've got I think I don't know, that's that. Yeah, I guess that works as far as the head goes. Yeah. I feel like this character sheet is going to take a long time. I'm not sure I'm totally prepared for how long this is going to take me. I'm continuing work now, but I see. Cool. Glad to hear that. Alright, let's gonna ditch a bunch of this. To do that. Alright, I've got. So we're going to go kind of this direction with this. Alright. So yeah, this is gonna kind of meet a little bit better. It's the only way I can describe that, slightly better. Alright, got. Okay. Something kind of like that. Its abs will be in this general area here. So boom, boom. All right. That's not bad. That's a good start. I feel like that's not half bad. Yeah. So, I don't even know about this little section here. Awesome. I look forward to it. So I'm going to say, actually, this is going to definitely be on that side. And it's going to be really small. Yeah. That makes a lot more sense than where it was. It looks like, where it was, almost like his arm was broken. Which is not good. We don't want that. We do not want a broken arm. So a few things that I have to kind of think about is like how I want to show ab muscles, because he's always pretty much going to be shirtless. That's a big deal. So I could do it like a number of ways. I can kind of do this situation where it just kind of is what it is. Some really general kind of that. I could go a little bit more full on and be like, look at those, which I don't like. I have also done like this situation where it's essentially just like imagine them. Not entirely sure. We'll see what happens. We'll kind of work through stuff like that as we go here. So the other thing I need to figure out is shorts are pretty well set. I need to work on like the buckle. The buckle I have right now is really, really simple. That's pretty much it. And I really like that idea. I think what I want to do is kind of tighten it up a little bit. Instead of having like the bones go way out like that, maybe just have them right behind the skull. Kind of shrink it a smidge. I think that would be good, and then maybe give it more of like this, like angry eye situation. I think that might be kind of neat too. So then just kind of erase this out here. Boom, 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 boom. like that, I think is kind of what I'm gonna roll with. Okay, so his tattoo, just setting this up, is this. And we'll get in kind of close here. We'll do this. So that is essentially what his tattoo looks like. Now, right now it goes like all the way up his neck and like way down into his arm. I need to shrink that up a little bit and work on that. So all right, so we've got essentially a blank body set for this. And we can work from that, I think. So yeah, he has a scar that comes down, a scar that comes up. Doesn't wear shoes. I'd say 90% of the time, like, he's gonna be shirtless and shoeless 90% of the time. Let's say if he was in like freezing cold, he would have like a jacket and some kind of footwear on. And that's something that will have to be thought of and dealt with probably at a separate time, honestly. But yeah. So he's not gigantic, he's not super like tiny, skinny. He's like a thin cut kind of dude. Okay, yeah, I could check real quick. I've got it up anyway. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a really crazy perspective. So that's almost like, that's kind of foreshortened, like especially the one where he's standing straight up and you're looking up. His feet are larger than his head would be, so foreshortened kind of situation. It's fun. Yeah, those are really, really cool. Is there anything that you're like planning on using that for? Or just playing around with it? Let's see. So I'm going to leave this part of the sketch on this layer, and I'm going to start a whole new layer for another sketch that's going to go on top of it. So we'll kick that down to 50%. We'll call this close and detail sketch for the heck of it. Just random warm up. Cool. Hey, like, that's an important thing. Something that I did not do for this. I didn't warm up, but like, this is doing the different layers of sketching is kind of a warm up, and then kind of coming up with a random pose is also somewhat of a warm up for this. So I did a warm up a little bit, but not really. I should have done more of a warm up realistically, but we're here. We're doing this, so it's fine. Like, you never have to warm up on anything. I really don't understand how that happens. I need to figure out what keys make that change from what I have to like really, really light white. I don't get it. I don't know why that happens when I like change windows and do something. But it does. We did. So we're here. Okay. So something like this. So, and we're gonna have that buckle right here. And again, all of this is going to be a lot more detailed when we get to it. So a big thing, I want the tattoo to be like right like that. Alright, so we got kind of that started. So from there, that's where I want kind of that to end up. See, the other problem I run into is it's a little too long right there. But that I'm willing to kind of let slide. It kind of spills out over. So that should actually be lower. I will kind of adjust that real quick, actually. So let's drop that down to like there. Erase that back a little bit. So there we go. So that kind of helps that. Yeah. We'll do that on this side as well, actually. Drop it lower. There we go. Where did I get the tattoo idea? I made it up in my head. So the idea for the tattoo is the character was born during the exact moment of an eclipse. So that's why. Hi. How's it going, Grandmaster Potato? I'm working on a character sheet for one of my original characters here. Yeah, hold on. Ah, shit. I do not know what I just did there. Sorry. I did not mean to do that. That needs to stop. Can I escape that? No, I can't. I don't know what I hit to do that. Okay. Oh. Yeah, don't stop doing that. Why are you doing this to me? Okay, there we go. Whew. That was really weird. So yeah, the tattoo idea came from the character is born during the exact moment of an eclipse. So this center interlocking kind of spiral situation represents the moon blocking the sun, and then obviously the rays coming off the sides would be the sun. So that's where that tattoo came from. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the idea behind the tattoo. And also the reason his right eye is stitched shut, because that being born during that moment kind of made him the embodiment of chaos and kind of darkness. Like, not as an evil, but like the power, like dark, like, I don't even know how to describe that. I should probably figure that out. So essentially chaos, the embodiment of chaos power. Yeah, so just another little fun thing. So his right eye is normally stitched shut, which is yeah, something. No worries. Jumping back and forth again. Yeah. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Always fun. Yeah, see ya. I'll see you next time for sure. Let's see. Yeah, we'll call it that. That's pretty close to what I'm looking for. It's always kind of weird doing like just kind of a stiff pose on purpose. Like my poses normally end up kind of stiff because, you know, sometimes it happens. I don't have the best pose set up most of the time, but at least I try. Let's see, is that, yeah, there are 3 loops. Oops, not what I meant. I meant to get rid of that one. No. Let's see. So I might actually need to make this slightly thinner. I don't know. We'll see here in a second what or bring it up higher, I guess. Yeah, like that. There we go. That's not too bad. So we've got that. And this one, we've got this situation going where he kind of sewed these together himself, and it's really haphazard and obvious that they're 2 different things. Got this. So we've got that. All right, we've got a pocket. It's like, what is that for a second? That is the belt. Okay. Okay, so we've got that. This side has a pocket pouch thing. So there's a lot going on with all of this. So he's got, yeah, the pocket pouch thing. So before I had this as like button, like it had holes in it, but with the style of buckle I made for this, it's more of a clamp, so it doesn't really need that anymore. So I won't put that in right now, at least. So I kind of like that. Works nicely. Put in his scars here. So his scars, actually, yeah, no, that one needs to be lower, are from the night his parents were murdered. Which is the whole reason he got into this group, to hunt down evil monster things, is because of what happened to his parents when he was a young child. So, yeah, fun, not at all tragic backstory. All of my characters have tragic backstories for this world. Actually, that's probably not true. The 3 main characters I've designed for this world definitely have tragic backstory. I think there's one other one that's not necessarily tragic. He just kind of went off and started training at a young age. So he didn't lose his family. 3 of the characters definitely lost their whole family. One of them lost an entire village. But yeah, so fun little things like that. So we've got this. So he wears like, I don't remember exactly what they're called, but like essentially it's like a slip-on. Like it's more dexterous than like a sock. Stronger and like made of different material than a sock would be, but it leaves his toes and his heel open, which you won't really see right here, but got like, so his toes are going to be left open here. Not enough little lines, but you get the picture. So let's see, yeah, and then got gloves. I like the open back to the glove. I don't know why. Just seems kind of cool. More like a driving glove, I guess. So like that. Alright, and then we've got his hair, which can kind of jump over here real quick. I gave him like 8 different points to the hair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it's actually like 9, 10 technically. There's a little double piece right there. So it's like 9 large pieces of hair. Yeah, so let's see, let's go. Okay, so let's undo that real quick. Like that, there we go. Set the one out a little bit closer to this side. Like that, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Really need to nail down the number for this. Let's see. Alright, so yeah, we really need to nail down the number of hair pieces up here. Oh, okay, so I can put my pen down somewhere. Again, I don't know how that keeps happening. Alright, I really like that. That is nice. And the large piece there, so we can kind of thin that up a smidge, so it's not crossing over onto the scar. And we can tilt it that way a little bit. All right, and let's move that over. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so dun, dun, dun. I don't know. So let's rework this piece. Back that up. Something like that. And then we can move this back. All right. I think we kind of got that where I want it. Yeah. Okay, I think that'll work nicely. So we've got some fuzz. Got one eye there. This eye's sewn shut. So it's kind of sitting there. That. All right, so we've got some detail stuff in there. And again, since we put that out over there, we're gonna definitely put in the eye. That eye that's sewn shut. Give a quick look at this. So let's go. Yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. Okay. And hide that again. So let's see, got get in here. So his normal eye even has like that kind of look to it, but his crazy sewn shut eye got, so it's not like, it's not sewn this way, it's just like, it's kind of weird. Like, it doesn't make any sense in reality, but that's how it's done. It's sewn across, just like two pieces that cross over and kind of keep it shut normally. But when it gets angry, opens the eye anyway. So let's see. We're going to flip that, slide it on down, and then we're going to, oops, no, pencil. So this eye actually kind of connects over, and I believe I did the outside is, yeah, black. So we're over here. So all of this would be dark. Like that, and then got the things coming across. Like so. And you've got the energy coming up off of it because evil. So slide this down a little bit. Not evil, but you know, dark energy, I guess, would be more accurate. Grab this guy here. So let's slide this eye up. This will just kind of give me reference for the right eye, so I don't have to keep popping up the other thing there. So two versions of his, no, his, sorry, this right eye is this one, that's his left eye. So I'm gonna put this one right there. Let's go over here and we're going to grab that and slide that one up like that. So those are the two versions of his eye, his right eye, and that's how his left eye will look. And again, this power was brought about by him being born during the exact moment of an eclipse. It kind of just made him the embodiment of chaos and darkness, not as an evil, but as an like an element, I guess. Or again, shrunk the tattoo a little bit so it fits better. Essentially, I just shrunk down the rays a little, so that's not too bad. So we put down all kind of the important details, I think, on this. I can't really think of any other things that are super important. He's got like an earring there. His tongue has a ring, like a ring through it, bolt, whatever. His mouth, I guess, is an important little detail. Let's pop this over here. So it's not really showing in this one, but he does have, it's kind of similar to her mouth. What's there? Her mouth kind of does that, but his is a little bit more exaggerated. So his is kind of more like that, I guess, would be the best way to describe this. Slide that over. Let's see, let's put in. We'll put in the closed mouth. Above that. Farther away than that, I think, but kind of in the right direction. Maybe slide that over here for now. Same with this one. There's a little bit more room over on this side for junk. Alright, so we've got a lot going on now. And these are not all going to be here. Like, that'll just be on his face, I think, and then I'll have that as a call out maybe, because his tongue won't be showing here. This will definitely be a call out. That'll just be on his face. Probably have that as a call out and that as a call out. So we'll have a little bit more stuff actually on him as opposed to just floating. So that won't be floating and that one won't be floating. Those will actually be on the face. This will be kind of on the face, but I'm going to leave it up there to show what happens, I think. Alright, so we've got this kind of all set up. Alright, so that's the only thing that's like not on this layer. So let's just merge. Alright. Oops. Whoops. Wait. Yeah, then. Whoops. Cancel. Okay, so. Oh, okay, that's what happened, I think. I think I cut it. No, I didn't cut it. Oops. Cancel. Okay. So what I need is that. Okay. There we go. No. Yes. Oops. No. Okay. So there we go. Okay. Now we got it. Thank you. I appreciate that. So let's see, got that, there we go. Alright, so, yes, got that. This is not going to be there. Okay, so what I need to kind of figure out here. That definitely won't be on the inside of his hand. That. This is all the back of his head. Okay. Ditch all of these things here. Okay, let's see. It's actually going to kind of do this on the side. Again, we're doing this kind of thing. Pop up here. Ditch that. Alright, so we're going to go just all the way across like so. Have that. Okay. Wow, that was super weird. That went way off. So yeah, we're gonna switch. Nah, that one will actually stay above. So we'll go under on this side on that one. All right. So and then for this, oh. Slide over here. Okay, going to do that. All right. Let's. There we go. Okay. So for the back side of this definitely isn't happening. Let's do that. Yeah, that's not too bad. Nope, that's the, okay. Yeah, something kind of like that at least. All right. Okay, so something along those lines there. All right, so I think that's pretty much everything as far as like little sketch detail stuff for him. Okay, so those are the copies. Let's actually, no, I don't want to merge that. Back. Okay, so I mean I could just merge that all together now, but I'll leave them separate for now. That's really okay. So let's see, we've got the weapon in there and the bird, the raven situation. This is probably going to be the last part I get to, honestly. So the bottom here kind of did, let's see, yeah, that thing. All right. So let's try and mimic that again. Wait, sorry. Okay. Something like that. All right. So, got this. All right. And pop this up. Sorry, I'm gonna keep doing this though, because it's the only reference that I really have of this. So let's do that. So it's gonna be coming down like that. Something similar to that at least. All right. So coming up off of that little back bit is the wing. So definitely a little close to the character model there. So let's actually slide this on over a smidge here. Probably about there. All right. And I apologize, I'm gonna keep flipping to this though. That's essentially what that's gonna look like. All right, and then again, we got that. Could curves back off of like so. Something in that vein, at least. It's not perfect, but it's close to what I'm looking for. All right. So yeah, that's all kind of like separate. Yeah. So then, I don't know if I have. All right, I'm pretty much out of coffee. Yeah, I don't know if I have my original sketch that I used to set that up. I don't think I do have that on here. Certainly doesn't look like it. All right. Give me 1 second here. Grab my phone. I have it on my phone. My apologies, I just really need to check this. Where's the neck? Here we are. All right. Is that the right one? Yep, has to be the right one. Okay. And again, I really don't understand what happens when I do that. Actually, let's just focus on the outer shape for right now. Nope. Come on, back. Alright, so that's the beak of the little dude. Gave him a little bit. Alright. Sorry. Okay, so let's grab that real quick. Slide it over. Probably going to shrink this up a little. So the problem now that I'm going to run into is I only gave him a very small bit of actual drawing. I stopped like right here as far as the bird goes. I gave him like a regular eye in this bird form. A little bit more like that. So the one thing is his beak mimics the scythe there, or the scythe mimics his beak technically, because he's, yeah, I don't know, whatever. Okay, so let's go. Something kind of like that. I don't know. That's about as much good as that reference is going to give me. Unfortunately, kind of where that reference ends its usefulness. Okay, so let's do that right there. Let's move this up this direction. Bird feet are always kind of weird. There we go. Honestly, really need to look at it. There are 3. I always forget like exactly how many, but there are 3 up front. All right. So it's kind of this. There. There. And literally I'm just going to grab this. Slide that slightly up and over. That'll work. Oh, I did 2 separate copies on accident. But that has nothing. Okay, whatever. Delete that layer. Don't need that layer. Back up to the copy here. Back down to this. Okay, there we go. Whoops. Alright, so we got kind of the thing set up. There we go. Alright, back over here. So now let's adjust some of the stuff for the bird. We're going to merge them. Shrink it a little bit. Transform. Got a little bit more. There. All right. Let's stitch this bit here. So slide that way. Something kind of more that way. I don't know. We'll kind of work this out. There we go. For the heck of it, we'll just kind of give him a little something right there. Some feather stuff, I guess. I don't know. I don't know that. Actually, like that. There. Something like that. And I might make him slightly less detailed, I don't know. but that's his little buddy. That turns into his weapon. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. Again, might kind of switch it up. All right. So let's zoom out a little bit. So we've gotten a lot done so far. I feel like might shrink the weapon up a little bit and the bird a little bit to get a little more space between this and that last pose there. Let's see. Work it out. I could also kind of rotate it, I guess, a smidge. The weapon at least. That might give us a little bit more room. I'm not going to say that's going to be 100% the right idea, one way or the other. Yeah, probably not. Yeah, that kind of actually makes it probably worse. So let's just slide it up a bit and over. Could shrink the blade a smidge. Definitely pull that back right there. Let's see. So this, I don't know where I want to really put that bird. That probably works right there. Kind of up in there. All right, so one thing I haven't really thought about is like, is there going to be different levels of transformation for the bird? Can the bird kind of make the wings grow? Because something that would be kind of neat for this is like the bird is on his shoulder, right? And he's normal size-ish, but his wings have grown gigantic to kind of slow the descent here. That's a kind of interesting idea that I haven't really thought about. I feel like that might be a cool idea to like throw in. That it's not necessarily all or nothing as far as transformation goes, you know? You can adjust some things. I think that might be something I just decided right now is a good idea. I don't know, maybe. But yeah, I don't hate that. I think that's interesting. Art competition and a server which. Oh, nice. That's cool. You know what? I'm gonna definitely rock with that. Let's see. let's see, most of this is going to be covered by this leg here. So essentially what I've gotten done today as far as this character goes is just a lot of the sketching, which is actually quite a bit I got done, surprisingly. Surprisingly to me, at least. I don't know about other people, but I've gotten quite a bit taken care of. Which feels unusual to me, at least. Like I said, I don't really know how other people generally deal with stuff, but for me this feels really, really quick as far as my working process. Is concerned. Oops. Did you like hosting that thing? The competition? I guess competition? Did you enjoy hosting the competition, I guess is the question. I don't know. That's awesome. You should be proud. It's not easy to, like, organize stuff like that. Okay, let's see what we've got. Right, no, the bump would be on the opposite, that's fine. Oops. Put those together, and these are kind of going to slide off to their own side. The streaming, including my favorite characters. Awesome. Wait, what? Oh, because that's on a totally separate layer. Dude. Sometimes you just forget things. Okay, so let's do this. It's going to slide back a smidge here. Like that. There we go. Alright, so let's let's do this. Okay. Ditch all this stuff. It's being covered up at this. Yes, no, that goes. Because again, let's see. Got that. This is going to go. Take one out. Yeah. All right. Let's slide this over like that. Cool. That's a lot of the stuff kind of sketched out and finished. Okay. Lots of little spots here. Okay. This is going to go in. Something like that. There we go. That was an interesting noise. Just came out of my headphone. All right, got like a interesting sketch set up. Got sketches set up for front, back, sketch for the weapon and the bird, and the pose sketch kind of situation. Just that foot probably, but yeah, I don't love that angle. So let's adjust it. Yeah, it's not the worst. I don't hate that. Okay. Something along those lines. Yeah. That's a slight touch better, I think. Maybe not great, but definitely improvement. Let's stitch that and that. And not a whole lot to ditch right there. Hide that. All right, so we've got way out. All that done for today. It's a heck of a lot going on. This feels tilted. Yeah, okay, so let's grab that, Control T, and rotate it a smidge. So it's not so tilted feeling. Yeah, I think that's better. So I'll probably just post this in like 3 different parts, I guess. Yeah, that'd be my best shot, I think. Front, back, weapon, bird, and oops, pose, I guess, would all be separated. All right. So, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you guys seeing what's up and chatting with me and stuff like that. Slide that over. So that's what we've gotten done today. So we started with absolutely nothing. We put down some like really rough bone sketch kind of situations. We put in the body, details down, some call out stuff, and we threw down the weapon, bird, which are the same thing in reality, but showing in 2 different versions. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's looking not too bad. There's some slight adjustments that need to be made, I'm sure. I can kind of see some things that are like a little weird. Like that right arm could probably come down. The left arm could probably go out a little bit more. But overall, not bad. So yeah, I'll be back here on Thursday, 11 a.m. Pacific time. And I hope you guys join me again. And tell your friends, family, if they like art and they have some free time around 11 a.m. Pacific time. Hey, I'm here, wherever you're watching from. And if you're watching on Mixer, which you probably aren't because they did announce that they were essentially shutting that whole site down, which kind of sucks. But I'm also on Twitch, DLive, Picardo, YouTube, so you can find me there. So please, if you're following me there, follow me on one of those other platforms. That'd be really awesome. I'd appreciate it quite a bit. And you can always follow my progress and stuff on my Instagram, my Twitter there. And all of my old videos and whatnot are going to be down here on my YouTube there. Yeah. And you could join my Discord server as well. That's also an option. You can share your art if you like. I enjoy checking out and see what people are working on. And then you could also follow the progress there as well for my art. Yeah, so Mondays, Thursdays, 11 a.m. Pacific time, I am right here, wherever you are watching from. And I appreciate you. Like, follow, subscribe if you're on YouTube, all that fun stuff. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys come back and hang out again. It's always a lot of fun when I have people hanging out, chatting with me while I work. It's more entertaining for me. And I'm assuming it's a little bit more entertaining for other people because it's not just me drawing stuff with some music in the background. So if you ever have questions, advice, like stuff like that, I'm all ears and we could have a discussion. It's always fun. I enjoy that. You could always talk about pretty much everything. Cartoons, animation, manga, drawing, painting, whatever. Don't love like politics and like other stuff, but you know, it's pretty much all fair game. If you want to talk about stuff, I'm willing to talk while I work. So again, thank you very much, and you follow stuff on my Instagram, my Twitter. I actually have a poll going for a Draw This in Your Style where there are prizes, and it will be on both my Instagram and my Twitter. The poll is only on Twitter, so if you want to take part in the poll, it's up for like another 7 or 6 hours or something like that. And then after that, I will be drawing a piece that you will then be able to draw in your style and possibly win a graphics tablet, a small like graphics tablet, or a small drawing from me of pretty much whatever you want, with certain caveats. Obviously, I'm not going to draw anything, but I will draw quite a bit of stuff depending on what you want. So yeah, it's actually an A15 Pro from XP Pen that I will be giving away. So just FYI. All right. So I'll see you guys next time. Later.